day 7 of my Thanksgiving recipes. Today I'll be sharing my very first apple pie, which I made last year, and my attempt at the lattice weave. This was a really delicious pie, and I have gone on to make it continuously for my family because they really enjoyed it. So let's get started. Already seated in the bowl is 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon baking powder, adding 1 tablespoon powdered sugar right there. You can use whatever sugar you want. 8 tablespoons of ice cold water. Cube 2 sticks of unsalted butter into the flour mix, and you just go in with your dough mixer there, and you want to mix that in well until the butter is like crumbly in texture. You can also use your blender to pulse this in a blender. If you have a blender, you can do that. If you don't have a blender, you can do what I'm doing here. So I just wanted to show you how that works without any tools, without the blender. Scrape off the excess flour from there and gradually add in your water. So this is 8 tablespoons of water. You can start with like 5 tablespoons and see how that goes, right? Just mix it in. So that's what I'm doing right here. To mix that together, with clean hands, just bring the mold together. You don't want to do a heavy kneading. You're just trying to combine and bring that flour and dough together to form a dough ball. Once you have your dough ball together, you want to split that into 2 equal halves. This is going to make our pie crust. So split it into 2 equal halves and wrap this with a saran wrap and place this in your fridge overnight. So you're going to use this the next day. See you the next day to complete this process. In a small saucepan, put in 8 tablespoons of butter. Put this on low heat on your stove top. Let the butter just melt. These are the rest of what we need for the sauce. 1 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of water, and 3 tablespoons of flour. Add your sugar. I'm using coconut sugar, that's why it looks as brown as it does. And mix that in. Add in 3 tablespoons of the flour. Mix that in. And your water. All hail the star of the show, our apples. We're using Granny Smith apples, so the green apples is what you want. Use a vegetable peeler to peel the apples. The knife, whatever you have, use whatever you have at your disposal. I'm just going to be removing the core of the apple and thinly slicing the apple. Please watch out for your hands if you're not used to handling the knife this way. Thinly slice the apple after removing the core and put it in a clean bowl. We're going to mix our apple pie filling, everything in this bowl. Apples have all been cored and thinly sliced. Add in 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon powder and mix that well. And our sauce for the filling, you just want to pour that into the apple and mix it in well. Use a spatula if you have to get this well coated around each apple piece. You can see our apple filling, it's ready. This is delicious on its own, but we need our crust, so time to prep the crust. Get the pan for the apple pie. This is the pan I'll be using, and I'm just using the empty wrapper of my butter there to rub all across the pan. Make sure it's well oiled like this. And get your surface ready for rolling out the dough. I'm using my super large stainless steel chopping board to roll out my dough. Sprinkle the surface, whatever surface you're going to be using, with some flour. Get 1 part of the dough out. Remember, we left this in the fridge. Roll it out to the size of the shape of your baking dish. Now, to a little larger than the sides. So I'm just cutting the dough. Give some room, because once it sits in the dish, you need more dough to be able to go on the sides. It's not going to be too low sitting inside the bowl. This is exactly what you want. You want it on top of the sides as well. Using our second dough, create the lattice weave. Don't forget to use a fork to poke holes in the bottom pie crust. Try to cut the dough into long strips. I think mine were a little bit too thick, so do yours in thinner strips that you can still pick up without it breaking. So just cut the dough into long strips. Pour the apple filling into the bottom crust, and you start with the longest part of your strips and just layer it out like this. Around this time last year, I was still a learner. with apple pie, and I was trying out this lattice weave for the first time, so excuse any mistakes you may see. But I tried. You just want to alternate, weaving it in like a basket weave. Alternate, lifting it side. Use the scissors, cut up the excess part of the dough. I don't even know what I was doing here. I just decided to fold it in to create some kind of design around the edges. I don't know if it worked. Let me know how this looks. I mean, not too good of a job if I'm entering this into a pie contest, but for my first pie, give me a break. Give me a break, okay? It wasn't too shabby. Just do whatever you want to do for your edge to design it the way you see fit. Have fun with it. It's not serious. You're not entering a contest or a competition. You're baking for your family. Have fun with it. And this is how it looks once done. Not too bad. Pour in about 2 or 3 tablespoons of milk. I'm using half and half because I don't have milk in my house. I have half and half, and that's what I use. Use a pastry brush to brush the surface of your pie with the milk. If you don't have milk, you use an egg wash, which is 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of water mixed together, and you use that as your egg wash, but I'm using milk. All glistening is going to give it that shining look on the top once it's baked. This is important. You want to set your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit to begin. Bake the pie in the middle part of the oven. Set for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes is done, do not open your oven. Lower the heat to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and put the timer for 45 minutes. Ding, 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 ding. Our pie is ready. This apple pie was delicious. The filling is rich. It's going to be a warm embrace to your taste buds, okay? Let me know if you give this a try. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Bye.